Hot dogs here. Get your Gotham hot dogs. Gotham's #1 fucking best favorite hot dog. Get 'em here. Get 'em while they're hot. Open late tonight. #1 cot in Gotham. #1 cot, come get 'em. Hey, you clowns. Hey, fuck off. Get away from that. It's not for you. Get away from there. Hey, clowns. Fuck off. Oh, Batman. Hey, help. I need your help, Batman. Oh, gee, thanks, Batman. I really appreciate all your help. Hey, listen, man, can I get you a hot dog? It's on the house. What can I get you, Batman?
Oh, well, suppose you can get me a Gotham Blue Rare with salt and pepper near one of the tops. A swipe of
Gotham Blue Rare, salt and pepper.
A swipe of sour cream along the a little underneath the top, like a woman's necklace, and halfway through you can
little sour cream.
Maybe you can like stab a little hole into the chest with like ketchup drizzling from that to like halfway down.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get that right away for you. No sweat, Mr. Wayne. Is what I'm gonna call the hot dog. I'm calling it the Mr. Wayne dog because Mr. Wayne, he's such a good guy, and he's around all the time. He always gets this dog, and it's his favorite.
Well, I'm not Bruce Wayne.
I'm just gonna get that Batman for you right now. There you go. There's your dog. Batman, have a good night.
Thanks, and keep an eye out for a penguin, okay?
Sure, Batman, no problem.
All right, goodbye, citizen. That I don't know.
Hey there, mister, can I get you a dog?
Hey,
get you something.
Do you have any fish tacos?
Yeah, I guess I got a fish taco. Just give me a second, I'll get that right up for you. There you go. Have a good one there, Mr. Penguin, I guess. Have a good one. Oh, God.
Gamer needs food badly.
Let's go!
Order up! And you're back. Fuck you. And you're back in the kitchen with Chef Brandon Boswell.
And game connoisseur Mike King.
For another tasty morsel of a review is the line that you were supposed to say, but I stole it because you hesitated. Do you want to tell the listeners what game we're playing today, Mike?
Today we're dining on Batman Returns.
That's right, for the SNES. We took a little leap of faith, and we listened to our viewers, and we took a poll on Facebook way back at like fucking Christmas time, and you guys said you wanted to see us suffer and struggle to get an SNES emulator running, and we did it so we could play this fucking Batman game, Batman Returns. I also, for about a week, tried to play Batman Forever, and it is a dumb shit game, so I was glad that this is the game that we're playing instead, because I kept typing the wrong thing after Batman. I'm a dickhead. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. So
much for saving that for later.
What? That's not saving one for later.
Batman Forever.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
It's a game with holograms and motion capture.
No, not happening.
Well, folks, if you want that to happen, you're going to have to grease the wheels with a little Patreon donation. That's the thing that can force Brandon's hand.
That's all that's all that it takes to A, get me to do anything, and B, it's the only thing that will get me to do anything. Other than like monsters and weed, that's the only way you can bribe me. So unless you're gonna mail me weed and monsters, listeners, just hit up that Patreon, hit that subscribe. We'll love you that way. Give us some 5-star reviews. I don't think we've ever asked for a 5-star review. Motherfuckers, if you're listening to this and you're still listening to this for some unbeknownst reason, just give us a fucking 5-star review. Check us a bone. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, it's not like we're going to damage your reputation if other people are just like, wait a second, you recommended this and I didn't like it.
Not to mention the fact that I swear to God, iTunes probably takes like the first 100 and just like chucks them in the garbage anyway, because they're probably just friends and family liking your shit. So I don't even think we've got 100 yet. So let's just go ahead and get to that number. Maybe we should keep like a status check for our fans to tell them where we're at. I know we have worldwide listeners on the Playing with Power feed. So that's cool. We're reaching some worldwide listeners. Hi, everybody. We're bringing you Batman Returns. But yeah, hit us up with some fucking 5-star reviews.
Yes, and we played the Super Nintendo version, even though this game came out on many systems. The Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive, Genesis, the Mega CD, the Master System, the Game Gear, the Lynx, the Amiga, and even DOS.
Yeah. It fucking swept the board. It was like, hey, you know what we can do is make the same game for everything, except some of them are, like, honestly, when you port something, it's not exactly the same. Like, the SNES version is apparently more akin to the Double Dragon series, and you only have one health bar, which is expandable through health packs, and there's a password save. Some of these versions have password save. SNES didn't, as far as I understand.
Yeah, I'd say it's more like Final Fight than...
The Sega 16-bit version, like the Mega CD, whatever, Genesis, that's the one I'm looking for. Apparently the Penguin kills Ice Princess and puts the blame on Batman for killing her, and that's how the game starts.
Wow.
Instead of the whole, like, chasing down Catwoman, which we'll get into in a little bit. But then the 8-bit version features a unique branched level system, allowing players to choose from easy to difficult route. Later, typically forcing players to use rope swings to navigate over large floors areas in versions of levels. I'm assuming that's like Sonic the Hedgehog style, where like if you stay on the top third of the map, then you're doing like the more difficult run, and if you stay in the middle, you're doing like the average run, and if you stay on the bottom, you're doing like the easy run. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what they're referring to in the 8-bit version for the Game Gear and the Sega Master System. And then the Atari Lynx version is a 2D side-scroller.
We got the Lynx.
Yeah, I call it
Lynx. God. And
it's the Lynx.
And it's 4 levels.
Yeah, just 4 levels. Circus gang with penguins. On the first level, with the penguin as the boss on the first level. Second level, you face the police on the roof with Catwoman as the boss. Third level, you defeat the penguin forces in the sewer. While level 4 is titled Arctic World, where you face the penguin for a final time. The game was developed in-house by people I don't care about, and whatever. Oh, this is our new segment. Mike, we forgot to introduce our newest segment. This is our new segment that we like to call, what do we call it?
We read Wikipedia. Say it 5 times fast, folks.
We read Wikipedia. We read Wikipedia. We read Wikipedia. We read Wikipedia. I fucked it. Fucked it, Mike. We read Wikipedia, where Mike and I, the two the crass Canadians that we are, we just brandishly plagiarize Wikipedia and just read the shit for you so you don't have to.
Because we care about
That's our plan. Because we care about you. We care about you rereading Wikipedia.
And
so
the
we're
least you
it.
could do is give us a review on iTunes.
Do that.
We read Wikipedia for you, and you don't even give us a 5-star review.
5-star review because we read Wikipedia for you. It's all part of the gimmick. We planned this and then didn't execute it because we're the champions. We're the best around.
Nothing's ever gonna get us down. Okay, so
hey,
the DOS
I found
version,
a list of the enemies.
That's good. It's not here though. The DOS version of the game is published by Konami, and it's different than the other versions because it is not an action game but an adventure game. Meaning, I guess if Batman wants to get out of the room, he's gonna have to find the rubber chicken with the key in it to throw it in the acid vat to tip over with it by scaring a cat to pick up the key with the lead gloves and. I don't know, whatever the frig those adventure games did.
Yeah.
But the
point and click style. The Amiga.
The Mère de Resistance is the Amiga version, which
that
is
was a stupid thing you just did. I just want to put that on the record so all the viewers, if you guys are listening and you're like, what the fuck was that? Mike's being lame and trying to be too sophisticated, so I'm on board with you guys.
It's the piece de resistance. It's the piece de resistance of crap.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
The Amiga version of the game was a subject of considerable controversy. GameTech had, prior to the game's release, sent a number of screenshots derived from the PC title to market the game. As such, a number of computer magazines previewed the game as a direct conversion of the PC adventure. This was, however, very different. The game was contrary to expectations, not a conversion of the PC title, but a side-scrolling platform akin to the console games, plagued with bugs, including very inaccurate collision detection.
Yes. So not only did they make a shit game in general, but like they accidentally got hosed for being the first people to like claim it's better than it's gonna be, and then actually like and also like in fact ripping off somebody else's work. Like, we're going to do it as good as those guys. Look at their work. It's going to be great. Trust us. And then it was, like, just complete flaming ass. And then it was like, well, we trusted you, but clearly we shouldn't have.
Well, it's like trying to copy off the smart kid, but...
But the smart kid gets wiser and just starts writing dicks. And you're like, I don't get it, so you just start drawing dicks
on the page and...
starts writing in French, and you're copying it down, and you're spelling everything wrong because you can't quite read the French right. So the teacher's reading your writing, and it's just like incorrect spelled French words, and you're just like, oh.
He pulls the wrong.
That happens in Canada. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean changes the teleprompter?
Yeah. Okay, so the reception of this game, it was largely positive for the SNES, although criticism was made about the lack of originality. Yeah, it was pretty much a rip from the movie. It says praise was gained for the quality of the graphics, sound, fluid controls, balanced difficulty level. I wouldn't say that, and atmosphere, which I will give them because they did a fantastic job of Danny Elfman's score for the film. It was awarded the best licensed game of 1992 by Electronic Gaming Monthly.
For the what?
By Electronic Gaming Monthly.
No. They did
Danny Elfman.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job of Danny Elfman's score. Why are you freaking speech jamming me?
For what? I'm not. It's. I think there's a bit of lag, but also, what did Danny Elfman write the score for?
The movie. He's the guy that wrote that music.
That's not what you said the first time. That isn't what you said the first time. You said a word that starts with F.
For the film?
For the film. The film. Film. Film!
You trying to scuba me?
I love you. Alright, continuing on. The Mega Drive version was the best seller in the UK.
This is our big comeback, folks. We pulled out all the stops to make a quality return for you. And here it is.
Zing zang boom. Yeah. Mega CD version. Yeah.
Okay, now the gaming press was
Mike,
universally.
Hold on. I just want to tell you something. Mike, listen. I just really need you to appreciate and know that the Mega CD version was the best seller in the UK.
You cunt.
Yeah, I'm a prick. And that was reread Wikipedia, and I'm not gonna let Mike finish the last paragraph.
The gaming press was almost universally panned the Amiga version of the game for the aforementioned bugs being nearly unplayable with controls that rarely reacted the way they should have done. Together with poor graphics and sound, the game was given marks as low as 19% by CU Amiga.
I assume 100, right? Because that's how percentiles work.
Since it's a percent.
Yeah. That's really sad.
The belief that the Amiga version would be a conversion of the PC title may have been contributory to the disappointment and anger expressed by many magazines.
Yeah, I believe
on modern retro sites, however, not so critical of the game, although few offer much praise. And here's a neat bit of thing. In March 2015, programmer Chris Shrigley, who worked on the Sega CD version, found the Batman source code and released it for educational purposes to the public.
No shit. We should find that. And then we should get a tattoo.
Okay, now that we're done with Wikipedia, let's get to the plot of the game. The game begins very much like the movie. Yep. Oh, the cinematics in this game are fantastic.
They're pretty tight. Yeah, honestly, I will admit that they're pretty tight.
Yeah, it starts off on a starry night 30 years ago as a baby is born with deformed fingers and a bad personality for a baby, even though they don't really show a personality for 6 months. And we get to see like little baby Cobblepot getting thrown into the river. It says 30 years later, and then we get to see the plaza being attacked by the Red Triangle Gang, hearing the excellent Danny Elfman music score while seeing a black background with words telling you everything. It's really it's an excellent start to the game. Unfortunately, it kind of goes downhill. The action begins with the Red Triangle Gang attacking the plaza, and then Batman shows up to kick ass and take names. So, Brandon, how did you feel about this?
Epic. Well, to be honest, I you know this personally, but I love to fucking hate Batman. So every opportunity I get to pick in some Batman media, I'm basically in for it, so I can chirp it.
You're just getting ammunition.
Didn't let me down. Yeah, I didn't. It definitely didn't let me down, but it did have some redeemable qualities. Like you said, the cutscenes, like the cinematics, were pretty actually good looking, and I was emulating it, so that it was looked as good as it could on an emulator. So that's impressive. But the one thing, the combat was pretty I don't know, not there. You only have 4 buttons to work with on the regular controller or 3 buttons for the Sega. Oh, it was it was SNES, right? So you get 4 buttons and the top 2 buttons, right?
Yeah.
I'm having a stroke. Help me out. That's right?
The SNES has 4 buttons: X, Y, A, B.
X, Y, A, B.
And the Sega, I guess,
L,
has 1, 2, 3.
L, R. I think it has 6. The Genesis. I had the Genesis when I grew up. I think it had 6. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Point being, I think it had 6 because it didn't have bumpers.
Well, if it didn't have bumpers, then it only had the.
So I think it had the extra.
Then it only had 8. It only had the 1, 2, 3 buttons, and then a start button. Did the Genesis have a select?
Maybe I'm thinking maybe I had a better controller than the Genesis.
Yeah, you may have got
anyway,
a
point being,
combo controller or something.
When I mapped the controls to my laptop or to my tablet or whatever, everything was fine and it worked good. I used all the turbo controls though because I wasn't about to push punch a million times. And I managed to actually smash my way through most levels and still enjoy it too. It wasn't just, sometimes you put the turbo on and you're just holding shoot and you're walking forward and killing everything. But this really wasn't the case with this one. I was actually kind of, basically what you do is you can walk up to bad guys and it's almost like Streets of Rage 2 style where you got some 3D depth to it, I guess. And you can grab guys by the collar or by the throat and you can either smash them into the ground, smash them into their buddy, smash them into the wall, or you can grab 2 dudes and just fucking smash them into each other.
Now kiss.
And it's just you just make them fucking headbutt each other until they're KO'd. And it's the best. So I was really enjoying that. There's also a couple of jumping moves. You can jump and glide kick them, or you can jump and do this bat swoop where you go in head first, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. And then there's also a twisty cape move where you do a little pirouette and you use your cape to block and hit the bad guys. But it costs a little bit of health on your end. And then he's also got...
Oh, that is so fucking cheap.
Yeah, I know. It was really annoying.
I can do this move, but it really hurts.
Yeah, and really, what does it hurt? Because it's hitting your cape. It's not even every other... when you throw a punch, you hurt your hand a little bit, right? Every other move would be so much more sensible to, do a little bit of damage. I always think about it in Mortal Kombat, too, because you play Mortal Kombat games, and the guy, punches you and shit, and like regardless of the fact that like the dude's about to summon lightning on you and you're gonna get back up for the next fight and keep fighting, like that's insane. But every time that dude punches a dude with a metal eye or whatever, like that hurts your hand some too, so you should lose a tiny bit of health, but you never do. It's always just like the guy with the metal eye got hurt because he got punched. You know what I mean? But anyway, more to the point, I did enjoy the mechanics of the game. It was a little bit sloppy, I think, because I was using all the turbo buttons. So when it came to some of the finesse stuff, like using your grapple gun to like swing across the little chasms, it was pretty like derpy, and I was like up at the top of the screen, just like with the shortest grapple rope, just like hopping basically, like
Batman.
1 pixel at a time, like a derpy Batman would. But other than that, like I could punch, I could throw my batarangs, I could do everything else. So I got by all right. And also,
I'm Tarzman.
Yeah.
Watch me swing.
Also, another item, a maneuver that you have that you need an item to execute is he has this test tube, and so basically there's a block button that you push, and if you push block and then action, he'll smash a test tube on the ground that he has, and it's like a flashbang basically, and it'll knock out all the enemies on the map, or it'll do like sustained damage to a boss basically, and you can carry up to 9 of them, I believe. I never got up to like 5 because I was using them pretty frequently. Also, there's a few cheats.
No, it says here you only have 3 uses per level.
That can't be true because I always had at least 4 and would like use one whenever I found one so that I could like get it, like not so that I could get another one, but like just because I was like, well, I got 4 and I started with 3, so I've already found 2. I can definitely, like, now that I've found a 3rd, I can just smash this one and use it. Anyway. What was I saying about that? Yeah, so you can block, but when you block, you also take a tiny bit of damage, which is pretty realistic. The flashbangs I used a lot, and also there's cheats to it too that you can use. So there's a cheat where you can make his punches do infinite damage or something. There's a cheat where he takes no damage. There's a cheat where everything's slow-mo. There's a cheat where everything's speeded up. There's also a cheat where something else. Don't remember. Infinite test tubes is what I was going to say. Infinite test tubes is a cheat that you can get.
Yeah, it would have been nice if cheats worked, but they didn't for me.
I didn't bother to try them because, frankly, I got pretty far through the game. But, Mike, you have a confession to the listeners.
Not yet. We're going to talk about the enemies.
All right, so you want to... Okay, hold on. Before we get to the enemies, I did mention a couple of the power-ups, like the test tube and shit. So let's also quickly cover... There's a small heart, which gives you 8 health bars. There's a large heart, which gives you 16. There's a life box, which gives you an extra life. There's batarangs, which gives you up to 4 batarangs, which is weird. I didn't even know that you could hold a limited number. I literally spammed batarangs all the time. Test tube.
Yeah, it can't be a limited number. I mean, maybe there's like degrees of damage it does.
Maybe that's what I was
like
going or maybe there's a timer to them, like a cooldown timer. Like you can throw 9 and then like it's got to cool down for a second. There's also a bat disc, which gives you 3 bat discs, which are only available in the Batmobile area. And then there's a coin, which gives you bonus bat points, which is in the bat ski boat area, which I didn't get to, and I don't know why. And I'm wondering if I'm reading the wrong thing now that it says that.
Okay, so
did you see
who
the
do you use these enemies? No. So, who do we use these things on? Well, our enemies are consisting of clowns, which are just basic foot soldiers. It only takes about 7 punches to take them out. And then there's clown gunmen, which they fire after running to a side of the screen. So, you know, if you see them going to the edge of the screen, chase them.
Yep.
And luckily, there can only be 2 at a time. And then there's stilt men, which are just really tall guys that lob things at you, like the friggin' axes in Castlevania.
Yeah, they're
so
flaming.
your best bet is to just get under them. Yeah, they throw Molotovs at you.
Yeah, basically, that's what it is.
Yeah, you do flying or sliding kicks. Well, the sliding kick doesn't make any sense since their stilts are impervious to harm. You can only hurt them, which is just fucking bullshit. I mean, Batman can punch through a small piece of wood.
Yeah, for sure.
So he should be able to punch their stilts and take them down to size.
If anything, he should be able to use his grappling gun to like hook the stilts and then yank them out from the dude. That would be like a cool thing.
Or shoot the grappling hook up and yank him off the stilts. Yeah. Or shoot them forward and then yank them out from under him, like pull the rug out from under
That's
them.
what I just said.
But, yeah, I was agreeing with you. So, Chubby and Tubby, these two fat clowns that always appear together.
Hey, there's an enemy missing.
They have this
from the
invincible...
list. But you're right. There is an enemy missing. I just checked. But keep going.
Okay, so then you got the sword
hold on,
swallowers.
sorry. You were on Chubby and Tubby before I interrupted. They're two fat clowns. They always show up together. Sometimes you get like 3 or 4 of them at a time. They roll at you and they do like a flying attack where they jump and like body slam you. Basically, flying attack.
You can't hit them. The only way to stop that is to throw a battering at them.
Yeah. I didn't have too much of a hard time.
And then after that will be sword swallowers, which will have knives that they jump at you and slash at you.
Yeah,
with.
Their knives are really... They got a
move
serious
quickly.
distance. Yeah, they have a long...
And then you get to see skull riders, which are clowns dressed up as giant skulls. But to be honest, they kind of... Brandon made a good observation that they look like the Greys.
Yeah, they look like aliens
just
on motorcycles.
aliens.
And I was like, I don't understand. Maybe there's like a weird carnival in town, and that's where all these clowns... And like, I had no idea that... I didn't understand, frankly, that the... what is it? Red Triangle Circus was... the Penguins like deal at the moment, and I didn't understand that, so I just thought that these were like rioters or like a rowdy carnival got loose or something. I don't know, but yeah. So then I see these like alien guys on dirt bikes, and I thought they looked like the Silence from Doctor Who. Like they don't look like they're like a regular gray, like a gray you would think has like smooth skin and big eyes and like maybe a nose hole and like a mouth slit. These guys have got like caved in faces that are all like wrinkly and stretched and like weird, and they look like they look like the Silence, but they're riding around. I don't know if any of our listeners are Doctor Who fans. The Silence are like tall versions of the Grey, and they're the best because they're kind of like the Weeping Angels. But as soon as you like turn around and you can't see them, you forget that you ever saw them, and they can fuck with electricity and they can kill you and shit. So like to be the Silence, which is like this ultimate being of like mystery. And then riding around on big, obnoxious dirt bikes, like, bam, and like chucking engines that explode at you and dynamite and shit. I think that's just hilarious.
Bitch. Try to not look at me now.
Yeah, because you'd hear them coming and you'd be like, oh no, a dirt bike's coming. And then you'd see the dude and you'd be like, oh no, it's a Silence. And then he'd go away and then you'd be like, I can hear a dirt bike, but I don't know who's on it. Like, that would be that would be how that goes. It's so weird. I can hear a dirt bike, but I think it's in that direction. I don't remember if I saw it already. But anyway, so the people that I thought that were missing were the Skull Riders, but I realized that they have a stupid ass name. That's what's going on there.
I think that they're I think that it's like DC's knockoff of Ghost Rider.
Yeah, sort of.
Because he's a skull guy on a motorcycle.
Yeah. So
Except
moving
if
along,
these guys were on fire, that would have been like lawsuit territory.
Yeah. So moving along, then you got midget clouds. Frankly, I don't remember.
Which are like basically like the fleas.
Yeah, I don't.
They're like the fleas from Castlevania.
I don't remember seeing any of these guys at all, so that's whatever. Then there's also
they might be from a different
bazooka
game.
midgets. Then there's fire breathers. Bazooka midgets, I don't understand either because they were like bazooka clowns. I think this guy.
Yeah, they were normal
this guy's
size.
just like fucking up something on this. Then there was fire breathers. These guys were a pain in the ass. They were dressed like little devil costumes, and they show up with a torch and they breathe fire at their torch, and then it gets bigger, or they just like stab you with their fucking fire, and they have a huge range. There's also knife ladies, or ladies of the knife. Get it? Like ladies of the night. They really got us with that one. Those guys were a pain in the ass. I honestly thought they were like supposed to be native representations or something, and I was like, that seems really racist. And they were like throwing like tomahawks and knives, and I was like, that's weird, but whatever. And there's tumblers, and it's by far the most annoying character in the game, and will not stop.
They just constantly tumble.
Flipping for very long. If you have to attack when you get the chance. Jesus, this whole paragraph is a struggle. Basically, I think these are like the regular clowns, but they just moved around a lot more, and that was about it.
Yeah, they just roll at you and fly.
Yeah, I ended that shit with a fucking quick grab to the throat.
Yeah, so the first level, you get to go to the plaza, and it's very reminiscent of the movie. It starts off very much like the movie does.
If you say
Batman kicking ass. And it even has a scene from the movie where you have to this guy has a knife at a woman's throat, so you shoot a grappling hook at him, but you miss grabbing the wall, and then he thinks, "Hey, I missed," and then you just pull the wall out and pretty much give him a concussion with it.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
And you're like,
So I did not realize what I was supposed to be doing there. When I walked up to him the first time, I saw him. He had the knife, and then like the whole thing initiated, and then he just started like jumping around and stabbing and throwing shit. And I was like, I can't fucking hit this guy. And I thought for sure I was doing something wrong until I watched walkthrough, and you literally just have to spam attack every boss. And I thought for sure like after the first boss, and I got that information, like the next one would be more complicated. Then Catwoman was the next one, who we're gonna talk about after this.
Anyway, the woman that you save is Selena Kyle, who later on becomes Catwoman.
Oh.
And then the second boss,
I literally had
the
no
first boss,
idea.
is the tattooed strongman.
Yep.
And he's just a guy that will come at you with a bunch of other assholes. And it's like it's like the game is pretty much telling you ignore these assholes because they will never run out of reinforcements.
Yeah, exactly. And you just gotta focus your time on the big guy and wear him down and then kill him. And also, there's a ton of killing in this. You just murder the shit out of everybody. Batman doesn't give a fuck about his rules.
Yeah, Batman doesn't have a problem. Just like the movie where he fights a guy and like a guy tries to kill him with dynamite.
Yeah.
And he like punches the guy. And then as he walks away, the guy realizes that Batman stuck the dynamite on him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, Batman and his no-kill rule, they fucked off before the script was written.
Oh yeah. So moving along, stage
Batman
2
is a murderer.
Stage 2 is actually a very simple area. Just be sure to get the power-ups from the fire hydrants. The first one gives you 4 batarangs, and the second and third will give you a small heart each. The most difficult enemy in this area will be the fire eaters. Luckily, they only appear one at a time for now. Just cape them and move on. Cap them.
Yeah, and eventually you meet Catwoman, and this woman is an asshole.
Yep.
In her first one, she is just so hard to hit because she's like a friggin' ninja, just like teleporting around the room.
Yeah, and one of her attacks,
and this isn't even,
she flips and kicks and hurts you while she's going by. So she's like getting mad distance on you and hurting you as she goes past.
And Batman moves like he's made out of mud. So, like, this is where the game starts to show its flaws. Because up until this time, you think Batman can handle any challenge that comes at him, but then you face an enemy with some actual speed to them, and this woman causes way too much damage for her size.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
When she tears through Batman, it's not like, oh, you hit me as hard as all the enemies that have hit me before. It's, oh shit, half of my health is gone, and you're going through me again, and I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just where it gets unfair, and the game quickly stops being fun.
Yeah,
At
like
first,
you have an entire
really
health bar, but an entire health bar doesn't mean shit if each enemy can do half of your health bar as an attack. You've basically just got 2 hits. You might as well be fucking Jumpman Mario. Like, oh gee, I can get a mushroom and I'm big, and I can get a cape, but if I get hit once, I go all the way back to Mini Mario or I die. That's it. Those are your options because that's all it really is. But yeah, so that.
Yep.
Sorry, sports fans.
So
I had a little yawn. I've been working a lot lately. So yeah, and then stage is that 2, 3 you just did? So 3-1.
Yeah, 2-3. After you barely beat
Which
Catwoman,
I did barely
after using
beat,
all your friggin' test tubes, you have to use all your test tubes just to get her to run away. And then you get on to number 3, which takes place in like a warehouse type area, I think. And you get to meet the knife ladies. And then you get a glimpse of Catwoman running off with the Ice Princess, which it just like the movie is part of a plot to undo Batman's reputation. And being Christmas time, I don't know if we mentioned yet that this game takes place during Christmas time, so there's a lot of winter themes and such.
Yep, it takes place
and
like a few days before Christmas.
Yep, and then you will get to the point where you fight a tattooed strongman who is... oh, fuck. And, like, the tattooed strongman is just a mini-boss this time. He's not even a regular boss.
Yep.
And then you will face Catwoman. And this is where I tapped out.
Yep.
I was just fucking done.
For the listeners' sake, Mike didn't finish this game.
No, 2 nights trying to beat this woman, but Batman the fucking mud golem cannot dodge.
Yeah.
It's just like, if getting hit kills you, then your only other option is to move
get the fuck out of the way.
When they give an indication, because that's how games work. They give an indication that they're about to charge at you. Even Punch-Out had this rule. They give a cue to let you know, I'm gonna fuck you up, and then you're just like, I'm gonna get out of the way of this fuckery, so I stay unfucked.
Exactly.
But no, she gives no indication. She just looks at you and just fucking teleports through you, tearing you a new asshole.
Yep.
And that's when I just used all my test tubes and the health bars. You know what?
They're just like triple layer health bars.
Aren't even regular.
Every enemy you come across,
use...
you have 1 health bar as Batman, and every enemy that is a boss can do at least half your health bar in damage, if not more.
Yeah, they have a green health bar, then it turns into a purple health bar. Yeah, this is freaking garbage town. There's no way you can come close to matching your enemies. You can't gain extra health to meet them on their level. You're always at a disadvantage, and you're always facing people stronger than you.
There's also other difficulty modes, like harder difficulty modes, and it blew my fucking mind when I found that out. I was like, no. But there is. How good?
Yeah, there's called a maniac difficulty.
Actually,
or manic
Mania
difficulty.
is called. Mania.
Close enough.
Anyway, so 4-1.
This is a critical story point. After you somehow beat Catwoman, either through cheating or spamming or using the invincibility codes, you meet Penguin, and and after you defeat him, because again, he's the harder boss, so you have to save your test tubes for him.
Yeah, I love how this game just double bosses you. Actually, there's a part that I will disclose to the audience in a little while about the double boss, and it really fucking fucks you because you finish Catwoman with 1 health, and then another boss starts right away, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just when you thought oh great, now I'm done. I had to spam my way through this difficult trial, and now oh shit, here comes another boss, and he's fully loaded, another triple layer cocksucker. So he knocks the Ice Princess off the roof with some bats, making it look like Batman killed her. And in the movie, this turns into a nice plot point where he has to escape the public and find a way to redeem himself and destroy the Penguin's reputation. Yeah. However, in this game, this massive plot point, which they've emphasized, does absolutely fuck all because you don't have to dodge civilians, you don't have to escape the police. Yep. You don't do anything different at all, except you finally get to drive the Batmobile and shoot people on motorcycles.
And hit people, just fucking absolutely mow them down. I literally, because you are aware of this, obviously the listeners might not quite get that yet, but we're playing these on emulators, and I can quick save because I have that option. So I literally started that level with the Batmobile, quick saved, and then spent like probably 40 minutes just going back and playing it over and over again, seeing how many guys I could mow down. And like I knew it was doing damage to my car, but I just wanted to see like what the actual number was. I got up to 35 dudes. You can like the Bat car will take 35 dudes worth of damage, including the bike. That's like 500 pounds of shit just bouncing off the Batmobile. That's amazing. But yeah, how did you you didn't get to play this?
No, this was like when I realized that you get to drive the Batmobile, I was just like, I'm gonna fucking beat Catwoman. I'm going to do this. I never even got to Penguin.
Yeah, well,
I could not beat Catwoman. This bitch pissed me
I'd like
off.
to ask.
So I had to watch videos of the rest.
I'd like to ask our listeners to write in and give us a 5-star review and let Mike know that he's a pussy because he couldn't beat up a woman dressed in a cat suit. I'm just saying. Maybe spousal abuse is wrong. Maybe she was asking for it by being dressed like a cat on a roof punching me in the head. But one way or the other, I beat that girl. I punched her. I didn't even feel bad. At first, I felt a little weird. You and I had this talk, too, because they just chuck her at you, and you're like, what? She hasn't done anything yet. And then it's just like that she's all up in your face punching you, and I was just like frustrated at first. Like, why? What are you doing? What did I do to you? And then I eventually just beat her down, and I was like, okay, this is it. And then she came back, and I was like, oh, fuck off. And then she came back, and I was like, not okay. But yeah, so then
I don't know if it's sexist to hit you or more sexist to not hit you.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Deadpool said. But anyway, so then we have the Batmobile stage. So you're driving. There's like a chase because you're trying to catch up to, I assume, Catwoman and the Penguin. And you're on the highway. And
they're going joyriding.
Yeah, there's all kinds of skull riders chasing you and like helping them. And then there's a mini boss.
Which are not Marvel property.
Yeah. And there's a mini boss, which is a van, and it's pretty fucking epic. Doesn't seem like it says much here.
No, but then as you go through the games, you face more tumblers, blah 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 blah, and then you fight an apparently even more difficult boss than Catwoman, the Organ Grinder. He has 3 attacks: a flying charge, shooting little balls out of his organ, or a basic punch.
It's funny because I actually didn't have that much trouble with this guy.
Well, that's what they say. And I wish I could find out, but whatever. And then stage 5, you get to fight more knife ladies.
Yeah,
Batman proves that he's an equal opportunity murderer.
Yep.
And he has no problem killing women. And then stage 5. This is the boss I really wanted to fight because I remember reading
Stage
it in
5 too?
and just thinking, I really want to fuck up this boss because he just looks so awesome. I wanted to play it. It's the Penguin's Ducky.
Yeah, I had a real struggle with this one. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just that Batman is like a man made of clay, and I was having a real struggle getting... What happens is like there's a ducky car that the Penguin's driving, and he drives it into you, like full tilt, and then he extends it straight up with a scissor lift style thing, and you can jump onto the platform and like jump through it if you're fast enough, and he slams it back down and then drives it into you again. But if you touch the sides of the wheels of the platform, you take damage, and if you jump up too high, the ducky like is just too low and you can hit it and take damage. And if you jump just onto the platform, you don't have enough time to jump all the way through. So no matter what, I always had to take like 1 hit of damage when I was fighting this guy. And I ended up watching a walkthrough where the guy like does it without taking any hits at all. And all he does is like when the ducky comes rolling at him, he just jumps in, triggers it, and then jumps back out to the same side he was at, and then batarangs the hell of it. And he must have been using a turbo too, because it was going like I was. But like that's not okay. Like there's no way a human's pushing a button that fast. But yeah, so to know that it's doable kind of like upsets me a little bit. But yeah, for you, just know that I did beat this boss. I didn't just play this boss. I beat it, Mike. And you didn't get to because you fucking pussed out. But yeah, moving on to 6-1. Not you pussed.
Yep.
You pussed. We all tried and we all succeeded because we tried and tried. You pussed and gave up. But anyway, stage 6-1 is the easiest stage in the game, as it is made up to, as it was just made to break up the monotony a little. You are supposed to pick up as many coins and hearts as possible. I don't know what this is.
I think this is like the water skiing level where you're just like surfing through the sewers.
I didn't
to get to like the underground zoo.
I didn't play that one either. Stage 2-6 in here.
It all ends.
Stage 2-6. You
it's just
here,
more enemies.
You'll run into every enemy you've seen before. Some appearing 3 on the screen at once. This time, power-ups are inside the scales. Oh, the seals. So wait, are you beating seals? You don't get
why not? You've beaten
like
women. What's wrong with
power-ups.
seals?
You have to defeat all of the enemies on the screen for that seal to let it drop. The first seal contains a large heart. The second seal contains a large heart, and the third seal usually contains a large heart. I don't what? I say usually because if you die and continue enough times in stage 2-6, the game will take pity on you and give you another life box. Not much else to say except read the enemy list for extra help. And then finally, we have stage 6-3. You want to take it from here, Mike?
Yeah, finally, stage 3. Now, interestingly enough, this whole game, just like the movie, is alluding to the Oswald teaming up with an industrialist named Max Schreck, the guy that tried to kill Selena Kyle, turning her into Catwoman. And played by Christopher Walken. He is a fundamental part of the movie as he allies himself with the Penguin during his campaign for mayorship. Oh, and again, remember how they showed you Batman's reputation being ruined by Penguin? Nothing in the game do you do to redeem Batman's reputation. It's just like, let people fucking hate me, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm Batman. I can just take this mask off, and guess what? No one's looking for me anymore. Exactly. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne is just like, boy, fuck Batman. Am I right?
So when you get to 6-3,
you finally meet the boss, the Penguin.
And he was a prick.
As you should. You should always hold your batarangs.
Go ahead.
It says you should hold your batarangs for this guy. I didn't know they were limited. I mean, I really did not have that issue.
Yeah, I didn't at all.
But he'll fire a machine gun at you every now and then.
What?
And then you have to do a flying kick at him, and then you have to wait. He'll drop bombs at you. Then you have to use your grappling hook. Oh my god, so friggin' complicated.
I don't know how able to grapple.
And it says, if you can win the game without using any continues, which is next to impossible, you will see an extended ending. And the guy says it's nothing special. So it's not even worth this massive, catastrophic effort.
That's amazing.
I saw it, and you beat him. It shows like Batman standing in front of the Penguin, the Penguin standing behind him, like trying to sneak up on him, but then he eventually drops dead.
The Penguin just drops dead?
And then it shows the credits. Up. Yeah, and then it shows, the same thing in the movie, except like in the movie he gets carried off by a processional of penguins.
Oh, good stuff, I guess.
Which is a really cute and touching scene, actually. Like, he gives off a nice little soliloquy when he dies.
That's a word that I don't know, but that's fine. Moving along.
It's like a parting... It's a parting statement.
It's fine. It's fine, Mike. Anyway.
I will educate you.
Moving along. So
we don't get to find out what happens to Catwoman at the end.
Yeah, we don't.
No
So also,
Catwoman,
for the viewer's
no,
sake,
we don't see what happens to Mr. Shrek.
so what happens is you fight Penguin the first time. To my recollection, what happens is he shows up, he's got his umbrella out, and he uses it to hover in the air, and he swoops down at you, which is a pain in the ass because it's hard to dodge. And then he also launches umbrellas that explode down at the ground, and you got to try to avoid them. And then what he'll do is he'll stay still, and he'll fire umbrellas directly at you from the sides, and you got to take them out with your batarangs while he's firing the umbrellas at you. And if you hit him 4 times, he'll like go up a notch each time, and he'll pass over you, and you don't have to dodge him, but you still have to dodge the stupid umbrellas. And then if you manage to beat him down, which I managed to do with only 1 health remaining, and then I immediately hit save after winning, then after that you fight him again, and frankly I didn't, because I was like, fuck, I'm screwed. I'm out of continues, I'm at a lives, and I have 1 bar. And I tried my hardest, I swear to God I did. I got one of his bars to change before I died, but I ended up eventually just dying in the final boss fight. So I went back and I watched the final boss on YouTube so I could find out what happens, and it was pretty interesting to watch. To be honest, like the guy that I watched do
and
a no-hit
if you
run.
beat this game on Mania difficulty, all you get is a still image of Batman, and then it says underneath, "You are the true Dark Knight." All that frustration for 1 freaking picture.
That's pretty amazing. We should put that on our Twitter or something. You are the Dark Knight. And moving along after our bosses, we've got our recommendations and substitutions. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yes, we do.
And is there anything you have to substitute?
Yeah, I would substitute this game with, Final Fight. It's the game that its style of mechanic is pretty much based off of, except you're not controlling someone who is supposed to be an athletic and agile ninja detective. You are actually controlling, like, thick, meaty, muscly dudes who are supposed to be slow and hit hard, as opposed to Batman, who is supposed to be lean, fast, and hits hard, while also being able to dodge things. So... and you can actually use weapons.
Oh, I see. So the story from Final Fight justifies the poor mechanics.
Yeah. Well, you're a bunch of meaty, muscly dudes.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you expect to walk around and handle like a tank, not like a man hanging off of a tether wearing like 40 pounds of leather and like extra 2 inches of bat ear. Can we talk about the bat ears for a second? What the fuck are the bat ears for?
They were for like honing hearing, like a bat does by like catching sound.
Hold on, you mean like for Bruce Wayne? He does something like some sort of satellite situation,
or like catching sound or something.
He definitely doesn't in that movie. Well, like, okay, look, the thing that I would give it the possibility of being is if it was like space for, say, like antenna and communication devices, because he's constantly talking to Alfred and like calling the Batmobile and shit like that. So like he's got to have some kind of like device, but I would say Bluetooth, but obviously this was like the 80s, so Bluetooth didn't exist. And like I'm just imagining like a World War I like communications officer with that like telephone backpack.
Yeah.
And he's like carrying it around, and he can't even like carry a gun because he's got too much shit, but like strapping that entire backpack to Batman's head because it's the 80s. You know what I mean? Or like just a big old Zach Morris cell phone.
He's managed to miniaturize it to a large tiara with horns.
Yeah, basically, and with horns, and that's the only thing that I can justify it as. As far as your echolocation bullshit, I'm gonna A, slap you on the wrist for that because that's just dumb as hell, and B, point out that he does do that eventually with the same sort of situation that I'm kind of pointing out in The Dark Knight Rises, I assume, with the whole like, Lucius, take my tech and use it to invade the privacy of all of the Gotham people. We have to do it. It's for the good of all of Gotham. And just totally wire it right into my helmet so I can watch people when they're taking a shower. That's totally not weird, right? And like, so like as far as like...
I need to watch all the videos and selfies that people are taking right now.
Yeah, and as far as like what you said with the sonar, that's what he's doing there. But the sonar has nothing to do with his ears picking it up. It's to do with the microphones and the cell phones around the city picking it up, translating, or like fucking collecting it all in one place, and then sending that information, translate it into a still image or like a video feed into
We're
Batman's
focusing
fucking
way too much
visor.
on this segment.
So,
What is your substitution?
hey, that's why I asked. This is my side segment. What the fuck are Batman's ears about? So please tell me. Viewers, write in, give us a 5-star review, and tell us what you think Batman's fucking ears are about. Because he's got different ears all the cocksucking time, and it's not okay. I'm not okay with this. Anyway, so my substitution, if I was going to substitute anything, I would substitute Double Dragon 2, because ironically, that's what I was going to say anyway before reading that Wikipedia page. But it did have, or sorry, fuck. Oh my god, I was going to substitute Streets of Rage 2, but ironically, after reading the Wikipedia page and realizing that it was, that the NES version is Double Dragon 2, basis sort of, I also realized that I had played this game on the NES, and it was actually pretty fun on the NES as opposed to the SNES. Like, I had a lot of fun on the SNES, but these are two pretty different games. And so, like, if you want to play Double Dragon with a cool Gotham skin, then you can do that. Like, it should be a DLC for Double Dragon. But if you want to play a standalone Batman game, maybe just play Street Fighter 2 and play it with your buddies and pretend like you're just in Gotham, because that's more fun. And plus, garbage can roasted chicken.
That your Gotham's henchmen's beating each other up.
Garbage can roasted chicken. Who doesn't like garbage can roast chickens, right?
And who doesn't want to beat up a car?
And who doesn't want garbage? I don't think that was in Streets of Rage. I think you're thinking of Street Fighter.
Because I heard you say Street Fighter too.
No, I said Streets of Rage 2. The one with the little black kid that's got the rollerblades and he spins, and you go down the alleyways and you're just fighting all the bartenders, and it's like really doesn't make a lot of sense. And then also, oh my god, dude, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game, but I'm pretty sure Streets of Rage 2, I have... Okay, no, wait. You'll know the answer to this. In fact, I know it's not Streets of Rage 2 now that I've put the effort in. Never mind. Forget everything I've said. Listeners, forget everything I've said. I don't know if Mike's going to edit this out, but if he doesn't, fuck it. Just forget everything I've said. Wipe your brains clean. And welcome to the Taste Test. I'm your chef, Brandon Boswell. And this is your co-host, Mike King. And we're here to talk to you about Batman Returns, probably. Mike, what did you think of this game?
We're neutralizing them that far, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna get out the old MIB tampon neutralizer, and we're just gonna wipe their brain all the way back, and we're just gonna start fresh. But no, I'm kidding about that. I'm not kidding about the fact that I had a little Streets of Rage epilepsy episode there. Let's just ignore
It's okay,
all that.
they're all the same.
Point being, my substitutions would be either Double Dragon, because I realized that on the NES that's a fun game, or I would play Streets of Rage 2, not Street Fighter or anything like that, but Streets of Rage 2.
So,
because then you get garbage can chickens, and you get to be a kid with rollerblades, and you get to fight people with hair. That's awesome.
Totally
Great.
tubular and extreme.
Totally tubular. You know what I forgot to do, Mike? I forgot to research the food item that I want to call out. And I know what it is, but I just want to make sure I get all my facts straight.
Well,
but was there a food item that you wanted to compare this game to?
Yeah, I would compare this to a score bar, which it looks like delicious and crunchy and good. But, once you get, like, the chocolate off of it, then, like, the inner part becomes, like, more toffee and, like, starts getting caught in your gums. And it's like what started off as what should be a great treat ends up as more of a hassle and a nuisance as the chocolate melts away, leaving the caramel and toffee inside to just freaking collect and cling to your teeth. So it's like a good time with good time with maintenance.
I get what you're saying, and I also do really like score bars, but I also do know that struggle after you've gotten like your Halloween stash and you've eaten like 15 of those single score bars and you can't move your jaw anymore because it's like permanently hinged closed with the taffy. It's a good time.
You got TMJ, and the T stands for toffee.
I don't know what the other letters stand for.
It's temporal TMJ is an associated condition for like stress and tear on your temporomandibular joint, which is your jaw. Basically, like metal fatigue for your jaw, and you're sore. And this is Learning with Mike.
Right. Right. And my food that I would compare Batman to is the famous frog cake. Now, I'm reading this straight from Wikipedia because I don't know how to get my facts straight. And so here we go. The frog cake is a dessert in the shape of a frog's head composed of a sponge cake and cream covered with fondant. It was created by the Balfour's Bakery in 1922, soon became a popular treat in South Australia. Originally, frog cakes were available exclusively in green, but later brown and pink were added to the range. Since other variations have been developed, including several varieties such as snowmen, Easter chicks, the frog cake is a uniquely Southern Australian dessert and has been employed in promoting the state. In recognition of its cultural significance, in 2001, the frog cake was listed as a South Australian heritage icon. The National Trust of Australia, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it's a small square sponge, and it's got like a flop of icing on top, like whipped icing, and then the whole thing is covered in fondant, and then a chunk is cut out of the icing, like a Pac-Man style chunk, so it looks like a frog's face. And I think that this is a lot like what we got here for the game, because everything looks real pretty about it, but as soon as you try to like bite into it, it just gets real heavy, and it just bogs you down. Like you got fondant, you got sponge. You start with sponge, and you're like, that sounds nice. And then you start with and then you add a little whipped cream, and you're like, oh, that's even better, because it's like kind of lubes up the sponge a little bit. But then you add that fondant layer all the way around it, and it's like thick too. And like I'm saying, like for the Batman comparison, like probably the guy was a little heavy-handed with the sugar in all of the options.
And the sponge cake
so,
has coconut.
In general, because I didn't see
No,
that.
I'm just
Or
saying
you
in
mean,
this
like-
case. In this
yeah,
case,
yeah.
the
And
sponge cake has
also-
coconut flakes in it.
No, the sponge cake has zucchini shreds in it.
That too.
Yeah,
Why not? We'll
not
double
coconut,
down on the
zucchini
fuckery.
shreds. No,
I don't know. Catwoman is pretty coconut to me.
you're coconut. But yeah, so that's what it is, because you're trying to bite it, and it looks like a nice little mouse-sized morsel. I'll send you the link, Mike, and we can maybe put a picture on our
I'm looking
Doodlebop
at it
or
right now.
whatever.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute, right? It's kind of like got like this little derpy face, but like when you think about eating one of them, you could imagine trying to put one of them in your mouth, but as soon as you do, you're just gonna be like, and you're chewing like way too much, and it's just like Batman. Like you see the first like cinematics, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be nice and loose, and I'm gonna like fly through and like throw some batarangs and zip off some shit with my grappling hook and whatever, and then you get in there and it's like you're using the Batman from like Batman versus Superman with his battle armor, and you're just like hulking around, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'll only stop beating you if your mom is the same name as my mom.
Yeah, exactly. He's like looking at all the clowns like, what's your mom's name? Tell me your mom's name. Is it Martha?
Jessica?
Wrong!
Wrong name. But yeah, so that's what I think about that food. Is there anything else in our format that we're missing, Mike?
Well, we've done our names, our substitutions, what the food is like. Seconds. Will we come back for seconds?
I was kind of waiting for you to be like,
Will we come back for seconds?
no.
Or no?
I'm not.
Me neither. Like,
I'm definitely not.
no. I'd rather.
I mean, like, whatever. I might get bored and play it again, but I'm not going to, like, admit to doing it, so I'm going to go ahead and say no.
No, there's better Batman games for this console.
Definitely. And so
I think that wraps up this episode.
moving a little bit further.
So thanks for joining us.
So what are we thinking about for next week?
Well,
before we get too
what
carried
will
away?
we be dining on next week? We will be dining on Stardew.
Stardew, you say? And what the fuck is Stardew?
I Stardew.
I Stardew. You star me. I Stardew.
Star you,
Is that
star
from some
me.
sort of maybe I could let me just guess. Is it perhaps an RPG? Maybe even on the Sega Genesis, perhaps.
It might just
maybe
be,
we'll just tease it like
might
that.
just be a console we haven't played yet and a format we haven't played yet, and we'll leave it at that.
Well, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mike.
But until next time,
The kitchen is closed. here's an outtake segment I call Rantin' Brandon. Okay, I'm Batman. So, until next time,
just maybe.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Brandon.
And until, and the kitchen is closed.
And until
Okay, I'm Batman.
Well, I'm Brandon Boswell.
And I'm Mike King.
And until next time,
the kitchen is
closed. Fuck, you suck.
What, we nailed it.
Is there like a lag going on or something?
No, we nailed it.
No, you didn't. You were like 30 seconds off. Okay, you know what? Maybe there's lag and maybe I overreacted because I was expecting there not to be lag. So we'll take one more and then I'll be happy. Well, I immediately started talking afterwards. Like I just, when you started lagging, I was like, fuck it. Is it going to be so short that it's not necessary? Have you already stopped it again? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to defend the... You did, you prick. Cocksuckers. Stop stopping it so fucking fast. I can't even stop it that fast. So by you doing it, you're making more time for you to edit out later. Like the thing that you bitch at me about, you are also making worse for yourself. So I just want to point that out. I still haven't stopped it. So if you want to start it again... I didn't say, like, let's just run it once and then fucking scrap it. Let's just, like, throw it in the dishwasher and call it a day. I said, let's do one till... Okay, you know what? I'm going to say it right now, so I don't have to say it again. But let's do one until we get it right. And, for the record, I am still recording, so I'm not going to stop. And that means that everything I just said was on the record and recorded.